Let's bring in now UNRWA spokeswoman Tamara Alrifai joins us from Amman in Jordan. Good to have you with us. So first of all, what do strikes like this on residential buildings, high-rise buildings and what's left of them in Gaza City mean for the survival challenge Palestinians are facing in Gaza City?
Thanks for having UNRWA again. Strikes like these add to an ongoing, incessant, continuous campaign to raze to the ground entire neighborhoods, buildings, and wipe out entire families and individual lives. What we've seen today, and by the way, the strike today was very close to UNRWA offices. What we've seen today is yet another destruction of hundreds of thousands of lives in that high-rise building and around it, adding to making most of Gaza, almost 90% of it, unlivable because of the destruction and the forced displacement imposed every day, every week, since the beginning of this conflict on Gazans.
We've had warnings from a number of international organizations and figures talking about ethnic cleansing in Gaza. Doctors Without Borders, December the 19th, 2024, warning of the clear signs of ethnic cleansing. Oxfam on November the 27th of that year. Even the Israeli human rights organization Beit Tselem in October of that year, warning that the world must stop the ethnic cleansing of northern Gaza. Are we witnessing, in your perspective, ethnic cleansing in Gaza right now?
What we have witnessed for now over 700 days is widespread killing, forced displacement, and making conditions for survival impossible for Gazans. Whether it's depriving them of safety, nowhere is safe in Gaza, depriving them of food. Famine has been declared in parts of Gaza governorate, whether it's making the environment impossible for survival because of the debris and waste and risk of unexploded ordnances. So for nearly 2 million Gazans, life has been confined to trying to stay alive. And by the way, the space per person, the safe or relatively allowed space per person in Gaza now is half a meter, half a square meter per person, when the regular standards globally are 3.5 meters per person for living. This is because of the Israeli authorities' continued forced displacement orders to evacuate, which are literally uprooting people from where they are and confining them to a tiny space where even there they are not safe.
Israeli occupation military spokesperson was calling on people on Saturday to head to the south. UNRWA is still banned, is it not, by the Israeli authorities? Is anyone in place there to provide food, water, medicine for what could be up to 1 million people if they're forcibly evacuated from the Gaza City area?
UNRWA is still the largest humanitarian agency operating in Gaza, against the odds, against the ban by the Israeli authorities to allow us to bring goods in, like food or medical supplies. But I have about 10,000 colleagues who are still working. We still provide 15,000 medical consultations per day because we run one of the widest public health networks in Gaza. My colleagues still work on pumping water to enable clean drinking water to reach people. We still manage shelters, even though these keep getting hit. Most of our UNRWA infrastructure has been hit during this war, killing people who are supposed to be safe inside their shelters. So to your question, Sami, my UNRWA colleagues are heroes that continue to work in Gaza, even though there is a strict ban on allowing food and other urgent supplies specifically to UNRWA by the Israeli authorities. But our people are still there. We're the largest aid agency still operating in Gaza in close cooperation with other UN agencies, our sister UN agencies, and international INGO, non-governmental organizations. And of course, the Palestinian civil society.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you for your thoughts on that. Tamara Alrifai, the UNRWA spokeswoman.